All right, so we're here in Tijuana. Just spent the last 2 weeks traveling kind of down and then back up the Baja Peninsula.
We pretty much touched every single highway in Baja, which is classic us.
And definitely a lot of very memorable stuff. And I think this is actually the first time we've been able to have like inexpensive food, right?
Yeah, the food was definitely a highlight. I mean, as you can imagine, the seafood in Baja is just top notch. The shrimp are like the best shrimp I've ever tasted in my entire life. So countless fish and shrimp tacos. The ceviche was to die for, like these little tostadas, and they put shrimp and fish ceviche,
octopus,
all
kinds of stuff,
all kinds of delicious things. Aguachile. Also, mixture, I think, like octopus, a bunch of different shrimp, clams, oysters. So good, so spicy. We had really good sashimi. We had the most sashimi I've ever had for like $9. We had clams that we picked ourselves, clams that we bought, delicious grilled oysters, like the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, some of these clams were like, if you took your hands and opened them like this is like giant chocolate clams, like that's how big they were.
Yeah.
And just eating them raw.
But it was nothing to the size of the clam Justin found.
Oh yeah, we caught this monster clam. We were at Playa de Requesón and kind of swimming around, checking stuff out, and that's where we caught all of the chocolate clams that we roasted on the fire.
Yep.
But there was this one that looked pretty big, and you could just see a little bit of it sticking up out of the sand. I went down and dug it out of the sand, and
oh my god,
it was
scary to hold.
It was big. It was about 16 inches, and we weren't sure what to do, but we ate it.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly,
so good. Like just slightly sweet and just incredible.
It looked horrifying.
Yeah, it looked like it was from outer space.
But it was so good.
Delicious.
Yeah, and so while we were at Playa de Requesón, there was some other cool stuff. I remember getting up in the middle of the night, wandering down the beach and looking in the water, and I'm like, do I need to adjust my eyes? Right? It looked like fireflies in the water. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on here? So I watched it for a little bit, and then at some point I actually went in the water and splashed a little bit, and it turned out it was like bioluminescent algae, and like when you moved the water, it left this trail of just like glow in the dark stuff, which was.
I remember Justin
really
tapping me awake at like 1 a.m. We were just sleeping in open air on the beach, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? And I goes, and he's like, yo, look at this. He's like, I don't know if I'm on drugs, but he's like tapping the water, and then I see it too. I was like, oh, wow, like it just lit up. It was so cool.
That was really neat. Just like that beach was incredible. So many amazing sunsets and night skies. Finally able to see the stars.
Yep.
So that was a lot of fun for sure. We spent a bunch of time swimming.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're here on some beach. I forget what it is.
Shapiro.
Yeah.
Beach Shapiro.
Really pretty.
Gorgeous.
Nobody here.
In fact, nobody's anywhere because the
Oh yeah, Balandra Beach, which is pretty
closed.
popular. Yeah, it's closed.
So yeah, there's not a soul out here.
So we just swam around there. I don't know, not too far.
Yeah,
out to Mushroom Rock.
200 meters.
Saw a bunch of fish, really pretty, like yellow, black striped fish in the water.
We saw some schools of fish jumping out of the water.
Oh yeah, like hundreds of fish,
Yeah.
just like repeatedly.
Skipping.
Yeah, we were a little worried because we were in the water and wondering what they were running from.
Like a whale shark or some shit.
We made it back.
We're alive.
So. And then of course we still did a couple hikes, not as much here because there's no, running, not a lot of running water anywhere. You're in the desert. But we did get to see some like 1,000-year-old cave paintings.
Yep.
Which was
really
neat.
Cool.
And then we did find some waterfalls in
Canyon
Canyon Tabor, And that's honestly one of the like best canyon hikes I've ever done.
Yeah, it was really fun. There was a bunch of scrambling, really climby, but really fun. The water was flowing. There was a little bit of cliff jumping, a little bit of swimming. It was hot, very hot, but super memorable. It was really pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Speaking of memorable things, I think the rental car, we got a rental car for this 2 weeks because it's kind of hard to travel Baja by bus. And what a debacle that was.
We really put it through the ringer.
We might have broken that rental car somewhere outside of La Paz. Hit a bump a little too fast, and so we got another rental car, thankfully. Just traded it out because we had no insurance.
Yeah, and everything was going there until it disappeared. Honestly.
We got to Ensenada, and the signage, street signs, especially like parking here, they're not.
Yeah.
The signage isn't great.
There is no signage.
But you understand. Oh, the curbs are painted. Don't park where the curb's painted red.
Yeah, so red means don't park there.
Yellow
means
don't
taxi.
Yeah, don't park
White.
there. So yeah, we parked in a place where the curb was just white, and there were other cars parked there, and so we went and walked around Ensenada, which was
cool. Had a couple
beers,
had some good food.
Yeah, came back 2 hours later.
Car was gone.
So figured out pretty quickly. It definitely got towed. So we spent about 6 hours on Saturday trying to free the car.
Copying papers, getting new papers. Then eventually we had to go to the car.
And they told us the wrong place to go.
Yeah, so we took an Uber down south. We needed to go up north. And the lot was this like tiny ranch off this like no-name road that wasn't on
Nobody
Google
knew
Maps.
where it was.
And so finding that without speaking English was a challenge.
Yeah.
But we did it.
We did, and then, but by the time we got back to the police station Saturday, they were closed, so we walked back in on Sunday to pay the fines, which were $17.
Not that bad.
The impound lot wasn't open Sunday, so we had to wait until Monday, today. Picked up the car in the morning, and thankfully returning it was uneventful. So that kind of leaves us here. Here we are.
And so next stop is Mexico City. We got some fun little dinners planned, enjoying the city for a bit. Then my friend Sammy comes to come hang out with us, which should be super sick.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, until next time.